I'll help you move the reality.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fabulous episode of On the Other Side of Momming, because there's more to this mom life. And I am your host, if you haven't figured it out by now, T. Moore. And if you are watching this on YouTube, listen, we are definitely on the other side. We actually on the side of mom, and we are still a mom because one of the kids is home sick with maybe the flu, maybe a cold, who knows? All I know is he got a fever and he home, and somehow I tricked him into taking a nap. So there's that. So uh, just mind your business. I'm not in the closet or locked away in a cage. I'm just sitting next to him because you all know that if you move from your children when they're sleeping, they tend to wake up looking for you, and that's what they do. So just my disclaimer. Anyway, I have a fun episode. What I think is going to be kind of fun, but we're going to be talking about mommy burnout because it is a whole thing out here. And I'm so happy to have one of my dearest, dearest, dearest best friends on the show with me. I know you guys are probably like, is everyone her best friend? No, everyone is not, but everyone is. They are the best at what they do, and that's why they my best friend. But she is really amazing, and I am just blessed to be able to do life with her. And oh, she's so cute, y'all. And um, I could just go on and on about her. Like she is an agent, a literary agent extraordinaire, a fellow mommy of three children as well, and just talented, insanely smart, and just like the way her mind works and just comes up with business strategy and even like putting together a story. Like she is just awesome. So Jem Chambers-Black, welcome. But I call her Jem, and she's gonna be dropping some gems on today's episode. But Jem, if you want to tell the folks well, a little bit more. I know I've said some things, but give them a little bit more about who you is.
You just already said all the things.
I did.
So yeah, I'm a literary agent. I'm a mom of three, sometimes bad, a little bit cute.
Oh, don't do my friends.
Listen, I love my babies, but you know they also get on my nerves too.
They do.
But yeah, I'm a wife. Shane don't act right either sometimes.
It usually be the husbands we got to gather.
Right.
That's the fourth child that nobody wants to talk about.
For sure. Yeah, but that's a bit about me. I'm in Los Angeles, but I'm from DC. So a little bit of both coast vibes.
That's right. Ain't no East Coast, West Coast beef with you or chicken, right? You just, you bring all the love from the coast to coast. It's so sweet. So y'all know what I like to do. I always like to start with a mom inspirational quote because we need inspiration because it's a little rough in these mommy streets from time to time. So today our quote says, taking care of myself doesn't mean me first. It means me too. And that comes from L.R. Nost, which I think is kind of perfect because we're talking about burnout as a mom. And for those of you may have seen my TED Talk, I spoke about a study that was done by Welch's, the people who make the best grape juice. They use it for church communion. And that's, obviously if they use it for the Lord, you know that it's blessed and highly favored. Okay. And so they did this study and they were talking about how moms work like 96 hours in a week. And so like you think about those statistics and I'm just like, yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. Yeah, it's not right. It's not right. Because especially if you're a mom who's working outside of the home, who might be working a traditional like 40-hour job, 40-hour week job for those, if those still exist, then to come home and it's like you're back on this next shift. It's no wonder that there is burnout, like very easy, but we don't talk about it because I don't think moms, we don't get to grieve. We don't get to like be sick. We're still doing work. Like
Well, mom, even when
me,
you all of it.
right. You're like never not off. And that's what I think I've realized is like I don't feel like I'm ever able to turn off. Um,
Mhm.
and when I do get a chance to turn off, it's almost because I almost lost my shit. And it was like, I'm about to cuss all y'all out.
Right.
Everybody, the dog, the
Flipping
kids,
out. Right.
the husband, like all y'all is about to catch these words, maybe these hands, I don't know.
Right.
Um, but
Snap.
we about to right snapped, okay? Because you reach that point where you're just like, my goodness, like
Take another
this
thing.
is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, so I know like with you being a literary agent, like does that mean you're in an office or are you working from home? Because I know the pandemic has really changed, the publishing industry tremendously, where people were having to work like in New York. Like that was like the thing. Like you were in New York or you're somewhere on the East Coast. Um, but now a lot of people, I'm assuming, are home or maybe transitioning back into the office. But what does it look like for you as a literary agent?
For me, I mean, the good thing, I guess, about technology is that I can work from home. I am
Mm-hmm.
home. We have Zoom meetings or like we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to be in New York. Thank the Lord.
I
For
know it's cold.
that. I mean, listen, I could take some of that because it's like 100 degrees and it's fall and it's not fair. But I don't want to be in New York. I don't want to be in the city like that. So it is good
Mm-hmm.
that we can be elsewhere and you can be at home. But working from home means it's really hard to turn off work. Um,
Right.
and it does mean it's also hard when the kids are home with
Mm-hmm.
telling them, mommy's working. They don't
Mm-hmm.
because you're home though. So that doesn't translate to them. And that was really hard 2020 when they were, because of COVID, they were all home.
Yeah.
That was,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, like you're kind of like watching the news and you're just like, oh, what is this COVID thing? Like,
It's
what is,
not,
no, it's nothing. And then you're like, and then, Americans, we don't think anything ever is going to affect
no,
us.
nothing touch us. We American.
Nothing can touch America until it touches America. Then we looking like, oh, okay. So now the kids is home. Right? Like,
Like what?
what are we doing here? What's happening? But that is so true. Like being having a business from home.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things like for even like for my law partner and I, like we're in separate states on top of that. Like she's in Georgia, I'm here in Alabama. And so we're one of the things we wanted to make sure we did was create a firm that could be remote, that could be virtual, because it was like, well, we're not even in the same state. Um, but why, and why spend money for an office space if the practice areas that we're doing doesn't require it? But however, I'm home. And so it's easy to be like, oh, I'm going to do some laundry. And I guess I'll start this dinner. Or I guess maybe I'll shower. Maybe I'll shower today. That sounds
Right.
fascinating.
Last thing.
Right, right.
Also working, dishes at the
Hmm.
same time, all of that. Yeah.
Right. And I'm just like, how, as women, are we expected to rise to this tall order of running a household, running our careers, running organizations, or doing community service, serving on PTA, and then find time for ourselves? Because most of the time, if the kids got a boo boo or like anything going on, they're going to come to me first.
Oh yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna know. Yeah, like I'm gonna know they fell down and hurt themselves. Bedtime is like, I'm like, no, you have a able-bodied father. He is
Oh,
available
we
for
not
you.
listen. I would say stuff like, okay, I'm taking a bath. Like this is me time, right? Like I'm gonna go do
Hmm.
my thing.
Yeah.
They would walk past Shane. He'd be on the couch or I don't know, doing whatever. They would walk past him, come in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry. What?
Oh,
You
oh,
got a whole
where's your daddy?
right. I mean, you don't want Shane to make food, but like still, like he could get you a snack.
Oh,
He could get you a snack.
something.
He could get you some
He can
gravy,
get you a pre-packaged meal.
some goldfish. I mean, he could hook up snacks. I know. I don't even know about prepackaged. Like,
I'm about to say, now there's some reason that could be a little questionable with Shane. We're going to pray for him. We're going to put him on the list because
he does some stuff with things like throw some goldfish in the tuna fish. And he's like, I thought it would be a good topper. I'm like, that goldfish aren't croutons, sir. And like, and so like, you know, a goldfish, like, think what crackers do when they get wet. What do they do?
they expand.
Yes, and they get
Ugh.
mushy. He nasty. So, I mean, I get it, but like, also, you know, I made that announcement because I was trying to set boundaries. Like,
What are boundaries to children? That doesn't exist.
I
Oh my God.
know, but I was trying to make some time for myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
important and
no.
yeah.
No. I was using the bathroom the other day, and James and Savannah just came on in there, and they're like, "Hey,
I know they wanted to hang out too.
what you doing? Oh, it stinks. Well, why are you in here? Get out. Can I see it? No, you can't.
Right. Like,
You need some wipes? I don't. What I want.
thank you for
Thank you.
but like,
Yeah, I do appreciate it.
Kick rock.
Right, because I'm just like, what is we doing? I just want to be alone.
I'm stuck on the like it stinks. Well, like, all right, well, it's gonna get worse. So maybe you should, you know, deuces, right?
Bounce, right? Like you should go out, and that would be fabulous for me.
Yeah.
No, I love when they announce what they feel about what they're experiencing when you come in the bathroom with me. Like, okay, well,
it's healthy. You taught them right. Express your feelings, but also, mama have a
every moment that they express themselves, a part of me silently regrets it.
Right. Maybe I should have told them to repress themselves.
Right. Maybe I should have raised you like I was raised. Be repressed.
Right.
Be in therapy because you realize you wasn't able to speak up for yourself. Because this right here, I don't know if I like it. I'm not sure. I like raising you to be a strong person.
Yeah, vulnerable.
Speak up, right? Speak up for yourself. Have some vulnerability. Be humble. I just don't know. Maybe I need to rethink this thing. But I just, but I think that plays into the burnout because there's like this no separation. And, my kids are younger than yours, but like, so I'm still in that. I guess it's almost a sweet spot, but they're growing to their independence. But yes, I know you say that every time, but I know you're not.
Sorry,
it's life.
Sorry, I mean, it's rough. It is. Your ages, they are. That's a rough time.
Yeah, because there's a lot of moving parts, and then to have at least one kid that possibly is neurodiverse, and you're just kind of like waiting still for the official diagnosis so that you can know how to move. Because you're like, okay, I know, but I don't know what's fully going on just yet.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like there's that, and then the middle one who, I mean, she would touch me out. Yeah. And that's my feisty one too.
And she'll also bite you. She'll do some other things. She'll and then give you grief. But she's so
and then she'll hug me. Yeah. And then she'll hug me, and then she'll kiss me, and then she'll tell me how much she loves me after she's tortured me.
I mean, she's got those big feelings. I remember when they were that age, and I told you I have this recording where Hawk was crying because because he was so hungry, and I was just like, I have to capture this moment so that he remembers how big his feelings were. I mean, I was like
Right.
giggling in the video a little bit.
Oh God.
Because I was like, "You're hungry?" And he was just uncontrollable crying. I was like, "You could go
Oh,
to the kitchen." And he just, I mean, falling
he's
out.
like, no.
Yeah, we
I
don't.
love how kids just they don't when they're in their feelings, the way their brain literally cannot process
It
anything
just shuts
further.
off. It's almost
Yeah.
done
Yeah, it's
until
like
they work out that whatever that emotion is. We just gonna
mhm.
we just gonna sit here,
Yeah.
you know?
We in this moment and I'm just like, "Oh, honey." Like,
Right.
but I get it because there's adults who act like that and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
"Oh,
I know, but
you
like, listen, if you acted that way, where I was like, "T, you hungry?" and you just falling out as an adult, I'm like, I don't know if we can be friends. Why you roll
no, I don't
around on
know.
the floor?
Why are you on the floor?
Why you rolling around on the floor?
What did you do? You kicking this wall like this? What
Right?
is
Why?
oh, do we need to call the people? We need to call the people
Yes.
because
You're
you
like,
you you need some help because
right?
you seem like
That's
you got
next.
some repressed. Now that's some repressed emotion that you didn't get out as a child, and we need to go
I
find
need
you
to
some
call your
help.
mom. I mean, call your mom.
Yeah, 'cause I need to talk to your mama and see what
Right.
why she did this to you. She did you a disservice.
Mm-hmm. Something
Yeah,
happened.
she did. And then the little boy of mine, he just I don't know. He's sugary sweet with me though, but he'll flip on me when the sisters is home. He get
He's,
back to his business.
I mean, well, he's 3, T. I mean, like, these are the moments that I feel like they almost make it seem like as a mom you can't work because that
Hmm.
is a whole job. And
Yes.
so I don't know how. I mean, I'm looking back. I did it. Obviously, I worked while they were
Hmm.
like toddler phases, but I just,
Yeah.
and I remember it being painful because I told you that's when I started drinking coffee. I didn't drink that stuff before then.
Except it's nasty. The
Right.
fact that you drink it now is disgusting.
I mean, I told you it's still disgusting, but I feel it with so much creamer. It's just basically sugar. But I, I kind of remember it and I kind of don't. It's almost like labor. Like you remember it,
Mm,
painful, but you don't
yeah.
really remember it. Because I don't know if I could do that now. I don't know if I could do the like little kid stuff now. We don't have
Yeah.
tantrums and crying in the house. I mean, we have fighting for sure.
Yeah, that fighting is next level. Like
Ugh.
I'm just like, are y'all gonna love each other when you get older? Like, what is this gonna be like? Especially with the girls. I'm just like, oh,
They
I
are.
can
They'll find it. They'll find that spot,
mm,
but they will still probably still fight. You most still fight. But you
we
know,
got
you hurt
well,
sometimes. And then you
yeah,
know,
but it's not the same though, I guess, because like I don't know. I don't know, but they're so close in age though too, whereas me and Mo have that almost 10-year age gap. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know. Like she's always like my first kid. That's kind of how I always looked at her,
right,
like my first little baby.
mm-hmm.
So, but them two go at it,
I mean,
and
yeah,
it is,
I told you, Wolf and Hawk go at it.
yeah,
So,
they do.
and they're like, you know, they're getting older, and so sometimes I see like fists flying, and then
Oh, what?
right, but then like an hour later, like I told you, we have a sectional, and
Hmm.
literally all 3 of them, Wolf Hawk, and Phoenix, they're on one cushion. Like one is sitting
Hmm.
behind the other 2, and they're like all 3 heads
Oh,
together. And then sometimes they even start bickering, like move your foot, like just
oh.
stupid stuff. And I'm
So,
like,
but
but
y'all,
the
it's a
whole
whole couch,
you could spread out. I sat here
and then
first. No, I sat here first, and I'm like,
okay.
I don't even what.
I just stopped getting in their stuff now.
Yeah,
I have
just
just
mind
started to tune them out.
just
Yeah,
mind.
I'm like, well, I hope y'all figure it out because
Right. I'm over
I
here.
just
Grab some
minding
wine.
my business. Yeah, because I don't have time. I have other things to concern myself with. Mommy, she's copying me. Okay,
Oh
okay,
yeah. Oh, I can't. Like that kind of
okay.
stuff used to grate. It still grates on my nerves, and so I have
Yeah.
learned. I just sometimes put AirPods in my ear. I'm not listening to nothing, but I I, what? I can't hear you.
I can't hear
And
you.
I
What is?
just keep moving.
Yeah, because I just like, what I'm gonna do? Like, But it's funny. Like when like we're thinking of burnout. Like, I guess how would you describe it? Like, what does it look like for you? Um, it's like if you feel like when you're burning out.
Um, I feel like my anxiety level is a little bit higher. You know, like when you're making your things to do
Hmm.
list and you're kind of planning, and it just looks so like
All over.
easy, right? Like there's,
Hmm.
even if I can get 10 things done, I'm not even carving a bit of it
Nah,
out.
because it's like 100 still on the list.
Yes, that plus I start snapping. I notice I'll start snapping. Somebody could just be like,
Hmm.
"What drink is this?" And I'm like, "It ain't mine." You know, like I just start acting crazy.
You're
Um,
like, okay.
oh, and I realize it's a part of it is probably I need some alone time, or maybe I need to connect
Hmm.
with people who understand me. Like we'll start chatting
Hmm.
on the phone or like just talking,
Yeah,
just to kind of forget about all the things that are
the
going
thing.
on.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed for me. I get shorter. I get definitely a lot snippier.
Yeah.
Especially if I am in the middle of doing like
So
work stuff.
yeah.
And that's when I notice where my attention span is just not there. And
Yeah.
it's like they're literally not doing anything wrong. It's just I can't manage it all. And then I feel bad because then there comes the mommy guilt
Right.
of,
Yeah.
you
Like
know,
feelings. I'm a horrible mom.
right.
All the things.
hmm So now I'm over here beating myself up because I'm like, a terrible mother at this point because I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then I'm feeling like, well, then I'm battling, well, I don't want to play right now with you. Like, I just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself for a
I
minute. But we're made to feel kind of bad if we express that because society has said, like, I had called it martyrdom, but I have realized that that's not like a word. Um,
well, let's make it a word. That's how words are
that's
made.
how words begin. Martyrdom.
Somebody
Okay.
made it up, right?
Somebody made it up martyr. So martyrdom is a
Right.
word
Word
when it
is
comes to motherhood. Yeah, and it comes with laws. And I think that's why so many moms probably suffer in silence, right? Because we're suffering, or then like you said, if you don't have community, if you don't have people that you can lean on and talk to, if you're not in therapy, that's not something you can, afford to do, or if you don't have
yeah.
friends, because some moms don't really have friends, like
No,
have
because
like mommy friends.
you've given up almost like I remember. So I told you like I stayed
Hmm.
home with them when they were very
Yeah.
young. You know, I'm nursing, and it
Hmm.
also just costs like an arm and a leg and a whole damn body for
A whole
childcare,
body.
right?
Hmm.
And so, and then I was like, I remember they started going to preschool and like school, and I was like volunteering
Hmm.
at the school, and I was just doing all
Hmm.
up early to make cupcakes to take to school, all
Hmm.
these things. And I just remember like no one, not teachers and the kids, no one knew my name. I didn't have an identity. I was
Mm-mm.
Hawk's mom.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, like, it's just, it has turned into like, even as they grow, you have
Hmm.
lost your identity to motherhood, which in a
Yeah.
sense has this selflessness to it. Like
Right.
you are
Hmm.
just in service of others
Hmm.
the whole
Right.
entire time. And it's so, yeah, the second that you're like, I'm going to carve out some time for myself, you feel guilty.
Hmm. Yeah, you do, because you feel like um, gosh, like you just, how dare you take
Right.
time to yourself when you could be helping, I don't know, with your kids' homework or doing something. And here recently, I was dealing with depression, which I
Yeah.
didn't know was depression. Um, until
You're
it,
not going to think about it while you're going through it. You're not like,
you really
what is
don't.
this? What is
What
this?
is this heaviness that
Right.
I'm feeling on
Right.
my body. Because I've already dealt with anxiety
Yeah.
from time to time, as far as like mine is usually situational anyway, type anxiety. So I have to like always be careful what I allow myself to intake, like what I watch on TV or what I'm seeing on social media, because I'll just get real nervous, like, oh my God,
Oh, yeah, me
the
too.
world is on fire.
Yeah.
Don't need to see anybody's medical commercials about, any type of medical conditions, because that goes right down the rabbit hole. And then
Uh-huh.
I start prodding my body,
Oh
and
my
then I start
goodness.
looking.
Got it. I got it. Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it was, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
man,
All those
all the
symptoms.
things.
You're like, oh,
hmm
that's me.
Yeah, like that's me.
Yeah,
So
I'm with
when the
you.
depression was happening,
Yep.
um, and I found myself not being able to do work, like not being able to like,
Getting.
um, I was doing my best if I really was getting up doing just my personal hygiene.
Yeah.
Because that was like the best I could do. And I was still taking the kids to school. I was still I was leaving the house looking bummy. Now it's not unheard of me to like throw on some like
Me either.
cute pajama bottoms. Like I'm gonna do that. And I'm very anti bras. Um,
Okay.
I know some of y'all out there can't do that. I
No.
understand. Um, I
Y'all
probably shouldn't.
need to be strapped down, right?
But listen, you gonna get these pancake
You,
titties though.
you got
Okay, they
waving, waving and flapping.
slapping, slapping people.
Slapping in the
You
wind.
go,
I don't know.
you go get. And if you see me in the street and they look a little low, mind your business. Okay, mind your business.
I'm not. I'm
Don't
not gonna call you
listen.
out on them. Be like,
Nope.
listen, if you don't strap them down, they're gonna be hanging to your knees.
Mm-mm.
Like 10
Oh
years.
well. Oh well. They have surgery for it.
Now
Um,
I'm in a boat. Just boop.
no, just put them up on the bow and just, hey, listen. At some point, gravity gonna do what it's gonna do,
I
and
know.
that's just what's gonna be. And
Fooling.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay to put a bra on for people is an honor. If I put a bra on you, you should feel very honored that I thought enough of you to pick the girls up and confine them. Okay.
They should be confined. Just think of it as a hug. You're hugging them. Just you love them.
They don't want to hug. They want to be free. They too don't want. They've been touched out
They
too.
wild. They wild.
They
That's why.
they've been touched out. They didn't change.
Right.
They no longer perky and happy. They didn't have milk in them. They didn't have children
That's a baby.
feeding babies.
Ugh. They
To be
ruined
disrespectful. Let me tell you, this is
that.
so off topic. How disrespectful these kids are. Okay, they have called my breast sloppy. They have said, hey, one time Sid was like, why your boobs look like this? And like proceeded to put her hands like in a puppy dog motion ear like thing. And I just was like, oh, wait a minute. Then I was told, oh my gosh, I just love them so much. You're so squishy. They're just like slime.
Okay,
I mean,
that's my favorite
what,
one. Though. I mean, they like
slime?
they just all over it.
Like washboard in them? Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, I don't know, but like that's amazing. I mean,
Like,
yes,
I'd be like,
no personal space. They do move out of that because my kids don't touch my boobs anymore. It'd be so inappropriate. But they did before.
it would be.
Yeah,
Yo, it would be a little weird. Then we got to have some
I'd be like,
conversations.
criminal. This is criminal.
Yeah, this is inappropriate. Okay, so anyway, where was I going with this?
No.
Depression.
Oh,
This is
right.
why they was talking about depression.
We just went
Oh,
on.
right, we're on a tangent. Okay, so yes, but I got away these past couple of weekends by myself, no kids, no husband, like back to back. And
Yeah.
let me tell you, it was life changing, life giving. Like I went with a girlfriend. I did. I went to go see like Kevin Hart doing his stand up tour in Orlando. That was amazing. Then the following weekend, I had my writer's retreat that I did. And by then, when I went to the writer's retreat, I definitely felt all the feels, all the rejuvenation, just kind of felt myself And then I also had to talk with my partner, and I had told him, like, listen, he kind of like tricked me into talking to him though, because I was like, I don't want to talk. I don't
Right.
want to say nothing.
Leave me alone.
I
Yeah.
need, I need to talk to my therapist first. Then I'm gonna talk to you. But then he know I like to talk, so then I ended up talking to him. And I was very honest and very vulnerable with him and telling him, like, this is what I have going on, and I don't think I can do this. And I feel like a single mom, a married single mom at that, and I'm taking on this load, and I feel like I'm by myself, and I don't have help. And he was like mortified that I was feeling, and I had told him, like, listen, this is like what one day consisted of. And I told him, like, okay, so this day the kids had this random e-learning day. Don't even know why they had it, but they just be having these random
Like
days.
The schools be trying to kill us. They be trying to kill us.
They do, because they too be like, oh, we're going to take us a break too. So
Right.
here y'all go.
Dismissal, so come get your kids.
Yep.
Get
your kids, because we're done. Yeah, we're done. With your child.
Take roll, and come get them now. Mm-hmm.
And then now you can be with your children. And I just like told them, like, they had dance, I had to get dance clothes, they had play therapy, they had appointments, and we were out of the house like 7 or 8 hours. I took them to the park. No damn well, I don't like being outside because there's bugs outside.
It's bugs. It's hot. I don't know if it's hot over there.
It's we fall has come. She here in the morning. But by midday it's like 80 something. It's actually, it feel real nice outside. Feel real good. I know what y'all like, what, 110 still?
So 100. I don't know what it is right now because it's only 11, or not 11 yet, but it's 91 so far, but it's gonna get hotter.
That's so tragic. It's really sad.
I know.
And we wake up, it's like 50 degrees when we woke up this morning. Like nice little nip.
It's the desert, so it still gets a little colder, but like not. It's 70 in the morning at night.
Yeah, no, that's changed for us. I almost put on the Temptations and put on that In My Mind. I was like, oh, it is almost time. Oh, Mariah, she ready to come out and play? But not yet. Not yet.
You foolish.
I respect Thanksgiving as a holiday. I give her shine. So I wait, but I know it's coming. Coming. I also don't like people like that. That's fine. I just make Thanksgiving music because it's actually quite disrespectful. Like, there's Halloween music, but there's no like Thanksgiving songs. And then there's Christmas songs, which Christmas songs are the best. Like, don't get me wrong. But now that I think about this, there's a lot of disrespect for Thanksgiving.
Well, think about what Thanksgiving was like. It would just be real.
Okay, we could. Well, I don't want to revise history, but I'm just saying, like, we can do something. We need to think about this some more, and I just think like Thanksgiving deserves.
I don't know.
It deserves her shine.
I don't know. I was gonna say
In My Mind.
Soundtrack or something. That could be.
Did you say Goku from like Dragon Ball Z?
I said soul food.
Oh, I thought you said Goku. I was like, wait.
No.
Where did Dragon Ball Z come from?
I don't know.
That soul food kind of soundtrack is really dope, though.
Yeah,
but I will say
Thanksgiving music.
All I hear in my head is Terry in the kitchen with that knife.
All I just think about Big Mama losing her leg.
I have a Big Mama in my book, and
I know.
Y'all wouldn't let me off her. But book 4, I'm coming.
Book 4 she can, but by book 1, what you doing? We need all the love with her throughout the books, the whole series.
She could have died, but whatever. I'll work on my granny issues in book 4.
She could get sick in book 1. You know what I mean? Like, she could fall down or something.
Wow, that is so ages. Like,
listen. all your books. Because
old people do be falling though.
even in your chapter book, you got Gigi like losing her memory and burning herself, and I'm just like you need to deal with your grandma hurt. Something inside, right?
I'm working out my issues in my writing. That's what my writing is for. It's how I deal with stuff. It's how I deal with my old people grief.
You got something's going, and it's always the grandma. You always attacking the grandma.
Well, they are always the ones that's dying in my life. I just don't know what to do. I'm about to figure it out though. But for now, something just gonna happen to them. Y'all don't like it, don't read it.
No, read it. Don't tell people not to.
That's right. Buy the book. Buy the book. Read the book.
Right.
Leave nice reviews.
Then buy another one. Give it to your friend.
Yeah. That's right. Mm-hmm. Amen. Look at you. Always got your agency hat on. Look at you.
Always. Probably why we talking about burnout.
That's exactly why we talk. First of all, listening to you talk about whatever you have going on in a day exhausts me. But then again, I know I exhaust you.
Yeah, I was like, what? We are the same way. And it's like, I told you, I have stopped listening to music in the car because I'm in the car now for like 3 hours a day. Yeah. And so I'm listening to manuscripts. I have, like programs like Voice Dream that will read the manuscripts to me. If the kids are in the car, I'm like, read mama's emails, respond to them, read that Slack message, respond to them. So
you have to turn it off though. Like you have to find a way to turn it off, to just breathe. There's no boundaries.
No.
I think that's the thing. Burnout happens because there is this lack of boundaries happening.
Listen, I agree. But I think sometimes there are ways that we have to be creative in getting stuff done that are multitasking. I'm not saying be unsafe. I'm not checking my own email while I'm driving, right? But I am saying doing something so that when I do, so that I can find moments for myself that are not agenting, that are not being a mom, that are not being a wife, that are just being Jamesco. Like, what do I want to do?
What does it even look like though?
I mean, sometimes it's just watching adult movies or television. Like I've been watching My Little Pony with my daughter, like over and over, same episodes, same movies over and over. And I'm like, girl, I'm going in a room and I'm going to go put in a movie, or I'm going to go like stream something. I'm going to watch a whole season of something. You know what I mean?
Oh, Lord. Knocking stuff over, multitasking.
Yes.
So the computer don't die.
Yeah.
That's it.
See?
Just so the computer don't die.
But that's what I'm saying.
And not wake up the boy at the same time.
Like, I'm scared for him.
You should be, because this thing might follow him. And then,
I know. And you. Take y'all both out.
This might be where we have to actually learn how to edit for real. Because you're like, what is that thumping sound?
Right, and what is she doing? Why is she floating all over?
I am floating. Yeah, this will be the part that we fix. Yeah, I should be able to do that part. All right, because my computer's dying. Mm-hmm. Because why wouldn't it? Yeah, why wouldn't it do that? Okay. Ouch, Lord.
Did it take you out this time?
It got my shoulder. Got me on the shoulder. All right.
You're back.
I'm right here, buddy. You're okay. Mommy's right here.
You should keep that in. That's very cute.
I'll keep that part.
Yeah, it's cute. So people know that you're multitasking. Why are you telling me to stop multitasking?
Listen, mind your business. Mind your business. That's what you do over there. Mind your business. I know, but okay. So, we back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't mind your business.
I don't. I'm always like, T, take a break. but also reminding you you're a good mom.
Oh, as
For
are
sure.
you.
Yeah.
You are a good mommy, but we have to find ways to take breaks because we
Yeah.
do have a lot going on. And I think even for like the moms who are like stay at home moms, like full time stay at home moms,
Yeah.
like I feel like 1000%.
Oh yeah.
Because we both been stay at home, like legit stay at home mommies too. Um, really need a break. And I remember I saw a post on social media and somebody was like, if you're a stay at home mom, do you need like a nanny or something? And like the way people were just like talking, like, no, like that's why you chose stay at home, like did it and like just like saying stuff. I was just like, obviously none of y'all stayed at home
Right.
with the child
Right.
full time.
Right.
The house is not the house. If your expectation is for the house to be clean,
Because
I'm sorry.
you're a mom, not a housekeeper. I
Um,
mean, yes, we
yeah.
gotta keep up our house, gotta clean and do whatever, but like
Hmm.
because I'm thinking like when, especially when Wolf and Hawk were little, they're only a year apart. There was no way I was cleaning house. I was making sure they weren't putting something in their mouth, that they were
Hmm.
cleaning out of the kitchen cabinets, feeding them snacks, like doing projects with them.
Hmm.
They weren't in a screen or watching TV 24/7. There was
Right.
no time to, I could throw something in the washing machine and dryer, but there was no time to
Hmm.
hold it and put it away. Like
Correct.
there was just mounds of things all over the place, half
Hmm.
projects. I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah,
um,
like it was actually more work
oh
because
yeah,
I felt like I couldn't do all the things. And so then when I started the firm and then decided to start writing and, moving in, and as I'm moving into writing even more full time, I'm just like, I can't do all these things still. And I'm at home, but no, I need them to go out the house. But even if they're out the house, my time is still limited because I have to stop to go get them. And so I have to calculate how many hours do I really have.
to
And I also don't want to be up
yeah,
to actually work. And I'm not trying to be up all night either because I need sleep. And so I just think it's like there's ignorance that surrounds it. And I think that's why sometimes I think as moms we don't get the support we need. And that we are suffering in silence and that we are experiencing burnout because nobody is taking the time to actually like listen, and they're creating false expectations like, oh, dinner should be cooked. Hmm. These kids is the only people I'm about to be responsible for to make sure that they actually eat. If you are, and I've said that before in the house before, like if you're an adult in this house, you is on your own, but I'm gonna make sure the kids eat because they're kids. But like
stay
we,
forever
yeah,
hungry. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I see. I've just done things like where I had to like stop with the mommy guilt. Like, remember I said like I was
Yeah.
getting up early in the morning to bake cupcakes. Well, now
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, let me go to Rouse to Costco. I'm gonna go buy cupcakes. You know what I mean? Like
Okay. Yeah.
whatever I can do to kind of, I'm not cutting corners. I mean, they're still getting what they want. I'm not getting them trash cupcakes. They're good.
Right.
But I'm like reclaiming some of my time back
Yes.
for myself
You're
and
being
not feeling
efficient.
guilty. Yeah, not feeling guilty about it because I have other things that I have to do, and then I also have things that I want to do for myself. Whether
Yes.
it's going to get my nails done or like
Yeah.
taking a bath or watching TV
Hmm.
that is not. Can I hear some curse words? Can I
Right.
can I like you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And you mentioned something because I was like thinking about how people have these kind of misconceptions about stay-at-home moms and how
Hmm.
like they think it might be easy or something when it
Right.
really isn't. And like not just on the day-to-day like the things, but like even on your mental space. I remember
Mm.
when the kids were home and I like before they went to preschool and I was like, I haven't talked to an adult outside of my husband. I haven't
Oh,
talked to an adult
yes. Yes.
forever if it wasn't other moms who were dealing with
Hmm.
toddler stuff. So all we did talk about were
these kids.
the kids. And it was, and I bet you if I asked any of them, like, hey, what's the lot, like, have you gone to the movies or have you gone out? I bet you no one would have said they had gone out or gone anywhere.
No, because where we going?
I mean,
where we go?
I mean, it could have been a date night or something, but I bet you 99.9% when nobody doing nothing, they were struggling just to even take a shower. So
yeah,
I think that, you know, for the stay-at-home moms, like, that is even harder. It's not just getting everything done. It's also, you know, making time for your mental space, and how a lot of people forget about working out or, I don't know, just doing something specifically for you. Get your hair done. Girls' night. Something. Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like that was the only thing that kind of got me out of that burnout. That and the fact that I was like, okay, so being a stay-at-home mom, I feel like is a talent, it's a skill, and I don't think it was necessarily for me. So I did it for a time, but I had to go back to work because I was gonna go batshit. Like, it was.
You were gonna lose it.
I was gonna lose it. I needed another outlet, another creative outlet that wasn't just crafts and baking and, you know, things of that nature. That just wasn't. It wasn't me. But then in doing that, then that meant I was adding to an already full workload.
Heavy load. Yeah, I think about that for like my friends who are like working moms and then working outside the home, because that comes with its own like uniqueness as well. And there's always like these random weird, like, I don't know, mommy wars are really weird to me because they're all like rooted in stupidity. Because it's just like,
for sure,
they're all just rooted in, what you fighting up? Girl, don't nobody care that you go into the office. Okay. Like, that's cool. Don't nobody care that you had a vaginal birth. Like, nobody cares. Like, it's not that deep.
All the time, people were like, I had a vaginal birth. I'm like, I had a C-section. Wolf tried to take us out. He tried to kill us both. We had an emergency C-section, and the rest was C-section from there. But you know what? I'm going to rock my little tiny scar versus you, like, ripped all the way to your butthole because you was pushing that baby out your butthole, right? Sit on your donut.
Man.
Like, I mean,
you have feelings, I see about that.
Well, some people, they're just like, I had a natural.
Well, they were rude. Yeah, they're rude. But I feel like it's like, but your kid got here safely.
Right.
We're all kind of like, truthfully, like, as women, as moms, we're in the same boat. Whether you're working outside the home, working in the home, we're in the same boat. We're experiencing the same thing. Like, because I think for working mommies, I think one reason why I know I can't go back to traditional working is because I don't want the restrictions that I feel like come with traditional work. That is one of my biggest thing why I won't do that, because it's going to be too restrictive for me.
I agree
to do that.
And I'm also like, I don't know, because I did stay at home with them when they were younger. I wouldn't want to work in an office and be restricted with that, because I feel like I would then need extra care. And I feel like I would miss out. Like, the one thing I think I am so grateful for is I didn't miss them teething, their first day of schools. I didn't miss anything. Like, you know, some Christmas show where they sounded a hot mess with nobody on key. One kid was turned and crying in the corner. I mean, like, it was a hot mess. But like, I didn't miss any of those.
You got to witness it, yeah.
And I think
even though I've had to miss some things, even though I work from home, but there's times I've had to go to court. There's times I had to, you know, not be able to show up for something. I had to have someone like step in and attend something because I had to be at court during that time.
Yeah. So if you you know, go to an office, I mean, like, I feel like that was, I feel like, our parents, like,
that's the kind of how we grew up. Yeah,
a bunch of things. My dad missed all the things. Leroy.
Leroy alone.
Leroy Chambers.
You, not you calling him that.
Watch this, sir. You done missed it.
Okay, Dad. Just know that it is your daughter actually saying this stuff. She just called you out. But anyway, neither here nor there. That's another episode
Right.
on the other side of daddy issues. On the other side of daddy issues, because clearly we have some things to work out. But I do, like, you're right though. Like, I think about some things, but that's, it's a sacrifice. I think we're all making some type of sacrifice. But if you could think about, like, what would you share with moms, especially, like, I would say newer moms, some ways that to kind of help with the burnout, because it's gonna happen. Like, what would you say, like, could be like something tangible or practical that they could possibly do?
I just feel like it's something, it's ongoing, and you have to continuously check in with yourself.
Yeah.
If you do have a partner, like how you did with yours, it's like, make sure you share when you are overwhelmed. Because sometimes you got to be like, tag, not it. I'm going to go in this bedroom and I'm going to close the door and I'm going to do whatever I want, whether it's like read a book or whatever. And you need to work out the food. If you're not going to cook, order, whatever. But I think it's that, especially when your babies are babies. Because that's the time. I feel like burnout is a mixture of things. And especially when you're not getting sleep, that's when burnout can tip over to the other side and can become depression and other things. And so when they're babies, it is really hard to, like, I don't know, go to the bathroom, take a shower, sleep. And so those things, you really need to have like a support system, whether it's your partner or your mom or a sibling, whatever it is, so that you can
find somebody,
get those breaks. And another thing is like exercise. That's one of those things where I'm like, girl, get some exercise. And I've been listen.
You've been getting it in? I've been trying to exercise.
I've been getting it in, and it has made me feel a little better.
A little better. I needed to get back into. I needed to, like, now that it's cooling down, I feel like I can actually go walking.
Just
actually do some walking. Yeah.
You're so rude. I'm dealing with this 100+ degree weather.
I'm just saying,
maybe
nice little evening stroll.
Well, okay, so maybe in November.
Wow. I will wait 2 months for a walk.
Right. Maybe I'll schedule it in November on my calendar. Coco and I will go for a walk because she needs a walk too.
Yeah, these dogs do need some exercise. I remember one time I took Buster for a walk and I thought he was gonna die because he had never exercised and his eyes were like red, and I was like, oh my God, he just gave up and stopped walking.
He was allergic or something. He low to the ground, he got allergies.
I don't know, but I felt horrible. And I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die. Oh, I just don't even, and now he old, so he probably ain't gonna walk nowhere anyway.
Girl, where you take me?
Now Cookie might go for a walk, but she's scary.
Crazy. But I don't know. She might.
Cookie different. Cookie ain't gonna take up. Cookie too scary.
Oh, that's right. Scary. She might be scared of cars and people. Like, what's that noise?
Yeah, I tried to let her meet a dog, and she didn't know to do it herself. She was like, "Who is this?
Who is this? What is that?"
Yeah, and it was nice, and they was talking to her, and she was like, "No, I don't know you." And it was a boy dog too, and she was definitely like,
Was he trying to get up on her?
He was just trying to talk to her, trying to holler at her.
I thought he was gonna be fresh, and she was like, "Nah."
Could got that, smooth black coat and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She thick too, so so he was like, so she wasn't feeling him. She was like, "No, I'm good." She said, "I'm fixed anyway. Ain't nothing to hunch." So
I mean,
ain't gonna be punching me and getting no baby. It gonna make me no baby mama.
I mean,
That's
he
what
might
it be
still
looking
try
like.
to just be no baby. Like if we can have that as adults,
Wait a minute.
right?
Wait.
Can I get fixed, please?
What is wrong with what?
I'm just saying, like, because I'm getting old and crispy, and we need to close up shop. But the doctor was like, the closer I'm not even premenopausal. I thought I was because I get hot. And
I told
they
you
say
you were
no.
not though.
I know, but I wanted to be. I wanted to be because the closer, when I thought, oh, we get close to close up shop, and the doctor was like, well, when you do get close to the premenopausal, you're more fertile. And I said, oh, you need this.
Yeah, that's Janet Jackson. They dropping eggs.
I'm
Down
like,
here 50, popping out babies.
I might need to get a divorce for like a couple years, right? And then we can get back together after menopause.
That's not the answer. I don't think that's the answer.
Listen, I'm about to have another whole set of kids. We're gonna have a new litter. A new litter.
A little? Wait.
Got the 3 and then
not
I got the next 3. Right?
What's wrong? You might have triplets though.
Oh, why are you putting that
at one time?
Why are you putting that?
I pray your womb be blessed with triplets since you fertile. That's what I've gathered from this conversation. You're gonna be burned out for real.
Right. And then I'm gonna have to leave agenting. So
we can't have that.
So you better take that blessing back.
I reversed that. I reversed it. I know what's out there in them streets. And I don't have time to go back.
No,
I didn't been there.
Streets.
Them query streets. So speaking of querying, as we get ready to dip off, tell the folks one, how they can find you. Like, is there are you even looking for new? I know, because you have this love-hate with social.
I do. I love to hate it. So no, I mean, listen, if you're looking for me, don't.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm playing. So I always say I'm not looking, and then I don't know how to mind my business and stop collecting everybody, all these talented folks out here. But they can find me at Andrea Brown Lit.
The best literary agency this side of the world. Anyway, I might be a little biased, but I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm a lot bit biased, but also facts are facts.
They are. I mean, we can't help the facts. So yes, you're at Andrea Brown Literary Agency, which you're there, and of course, there's another like rock star list of just agents over there at Andrea Brown.
I love my colleagues.
Yes. So you say you're not looking, but you looking. So her eyes are always roaming.
I mean, but there are just so many people in my box that are already good. And I told you I was like, I'm like a villain when I pass on some of these talented folks. But like all of my clients, they'll keep me so busy.
Yeah, well, you can't have everybody.
I know, but I want
everybody. Right, that's the problem. Selfish.
Yeah. I am.
We got to work on that.
I'm greedy, is what it is.
Yeah, we got to work on that. And then, are you on the socials? Hanging out on socials?
Unfortunately, but it's my full name, Jamesco. It's like that's my handle for everything.
That's it.
Because nobody else has the name
in the world.
Exactly.
No.
Except for my great grandma, but she died in 1940. I'm sorry, great grandma Jamesco, Cleveland.
Oh, so there is another Jamesco in the world, but she's no longer with us. Okay.
And I have cousins that have it as a middle name. But
does it have a special meaning?
Listen, I don't know. And if you ask these Black people in my family, they be coming up with all kinds of stuff. I'm like, you made that up, didn't you?
They did.
Right.
But that's okay. I was just curious, because when Maisha was on here, she was like, Maisha means like power son or something like that. Like, girl,
I love Maisha, but also that day.
Yeah, I was like, lies. I mean, okay, whatever.
Right.
So
Put
what?
it in a book, Maisha.
Right. That's like she always got one up. But you know what she can't one up me on is that air fryer situation. But anyway, I won't continue to be shady.
I got air fryer, so we'll be both y'all. So.
Yeah. But y'all know. Till y'all get on my level, that's when we can all have conversations about.
Listen,
But you know what? They gonna run me a check because I'm gonna be a great brand ambassador for them.
Are you sure?
Them and our Target. I got my eye on Target. I like to tag myself and be like, hey, I'm cute. I got 3 kids. To feed. I can use an endorsement.
And you know, Sydney should do a video bomb on this.
Yeah,
so.
She will. She'll come through.
Too.
Yes, we could do all the things. Well, good. So I am so happy that you were on here, and I know this episode is probably like we are all over, but that's just us.
But that's mommies. That's who also work. We are all over the place, 24/7.
We are, but we need y'all to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. Yes. Tap into the support system. Speak up when we need help before we're drowning. Before it gets too heavy, because not only do the kiddies need us, but we just, like I always say, put that oxygen mask on yourself first before you try to help the others, because if you're not breathing, it ain't gonna do no good.
They ain't thriving at all.
They're not thriving. But yeah, so anyway, I love you so much.
I love you too.
I love getting to talk to you, and I appreciate you.
Same.
I know you got manuscripts to go read.
And I know you got revisions to give me.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll see y'all on the other side.